Hello students, I'm Cynthia from GEMS Polytechnic College, Aurangabad, Bihar. So I'm handling a subject called Estimating and Costing, and subject code is 1615503. Okay, so we are in lecture 20, Rules of Deductions for Opening Up. Okay, so this is our topic. So we are in unit, we are studying in unit 3. We are studying the unit 3, Mode of Measurement. Okay, so until now in the previous lectures, we have learned about what is measurement, then what are the unit of measurement for various items of work. Unit of measurement means what is a unit we are going to use for the different items of work. For example, earthwork means it will be measured in meter cube, flooring means it will be measured in meter square, for tado means it will be measured in meter square. Okay, so like that, that is a unit of measurement for various items of work. And after that we have learned about desired accuracy in taking measurement of various items of work. Okay, so in that we have learned about earthwork, then concrete work, then roof covering, then road work, then plastering and painting work. Okay, so these are things, the desired accuracy in taking measurement of these many works we have learned. Okay, so that's about that topic. So next topic is rules of deductions for opening up. Okay, so in this lecture we are going to learn about why we are taking, what are the points we need to follow while taking the measurement, then what are the rules of deductions as per IS 1200 for of brickwork, plastering and painting work. Okay, so these are the things we are going to learn in this lecture 20. So next slide, content of the lecture. Okay, so what are the contents here? I have told, right, desired accuracy in taking measurement of various items of work, then rules of deductions for opening as per IS 1200 of brickwork, plastering and painting, then rules for making deductions in plastering and painting work. Then the last one is rules for painting work of doors and windows. Okay, so the first topic is desired accuracy in taking measurement of various items of work. So in the topic it will have some points about what is the main purpose of taking measurement in accuracy. That is the first point. That is that will be in the first topic. Okay, and also what are the points we need to follow while taking measurement of various items of work. That will be also in the first topic. Then other than that, rules of deductions. Okay, what are the rules of deductions we need to follow for brickwork, plastering and painting work. Okay, painting work means it will be of for the door and windows in painting work. Okay, so what are the rules of deductions as per IS 1200? Okay, that are the things we are going to learn in the other topics. Okay, so the first topic, desired accuracy in taking measurement of various items of work. Okay, so this is our first topic. So first point is what, during the measurement of dimensions of various components of civil engineering structures, accuracy is required to be maintained. So why we need to maintain the accuracy? We are studying the subject called estimating and costing, right? So estimation is mainly based on collecting the quantity of material and its cost in an accurate way. Okay, so that is a the cost, it should not be that much more, or it should not be lower also, right? So for that purpose only we are doing estimation so that it will the budget will come under so on. If we do like that means only our work or it will come under our budget. Okay, so for that purpose only we are doing estimation. So it is estimation is fully based on money perspective. Okay, so to have the quantity and cost of every material and labor and everything, to calculate everything, accuracy is needed. Okay, so for our first point is, for the all civil engineering structures, accuracy is required to be maintained. Then the second one is what, accurate dimensions to give an exact quantity of item of work. Okay, so if you do the measurement in an accurate way, we will get the exact quantity of item of work. Okay, that is the second point. So it will help in the calculation of quantity of material and labor. Okay, so we can get the exact quantity of exact value of everything. Okay, so for that purpose only we are calculating or we are measuring in accurate way. Okay. So next one is what? Some points we need to follow. Okay, so following points shall be observed during the measurement of various items of work. What are the points we need to observe? First one is measurement shall be taken in the order of sequence of length, breadth, and height or depth. Okay, so it will be measurement. While taking measurement, it should take it. We should take in the order. First, we need to take the length, then after that breadth, after that only height. Okay, order of sequence. Then the second one is what? Dimensions. Dimension shall be measured nearest to 0.01 meter. Then in case of area, it will be worked out to nearest 0.01 square meter. Then in case of cubical content, okay, the volume, it will be measured to nearest 0.01 cubic meter. Okay, so while taking measurement, we need to observe all these things. That much accuracy is needed for this. Okay. Okay, so next one is rules of deductions for opening as per IS 1200 of brickwork, plastering and painting. Okay, so abstract from IS 1200. Okay, so IS 1200 means while doing design or while taking some values, we should have some standard code books. Using that only we can get the values, right? So here for rules of deductions, we are using IS 1200 as a code book. So in the first two slides, we are going to see abstract from IS 1200. Okay, what are the things about IS 1200 we are going to learn? Okay, so first point, the IS 1200 deals with the method of measurement of buildings and civil engineering works. Okay, for the method of measurement of how to measure and civil engineering works, that will be that for example, method of measurement means what are the rules of deductions. Okay, that will be the table will be shown in the how much thing we need to deduct for brickwork, plastering and painting. It will be mentioned in the IS 1200. Okay, then the second point is we cannot simply use some code book, right? So why we are using the Indian standard? The Indian standard was adopted by the Indian Standard Institution after the draft finalized by the Civil Work Measurement Sectional Committee and is approved by the Civil Engineering Division Council. So it is nothing but why we can trust and we can follow the Indian Standard book. It is adopted by the Indian Standard Institution. Okay, and it is finalized by the Civil Work Measurement Sectional Committee also, and it is approved by the Civil Engineering Division Council. Okay, it has such background. Okay, so only we are following that code book. Then last one is what? Measurement has a very important role in the planning and execution of any civil engineering work from the starting. Okay, so we have already know this, right? So from the starting to the final completion and the settlement of the project or settlement of payment to the contractors, measurement plays a very important role or vital role. Okay. Next slide is we have many parts of IS 1200. Okay, IS 1200 part 1, part 2, part 2, like that. We have 25 parts, each one being published separately. Then they deal with the method of measurement for earthwork, brickwork, stonework, etc. Okay, these IS code books gives it will round off the values. Okay, so successive rounding number of figures and general rules of measurement of work. Then the IS 1200 guides in preparing the estimates, taking measurement of work and making payment to the contractors. These two slides is about IS 1200. Okay. Then rules of deductions in brickwork. Okay, as I have already told, deductions means it is nothing but it is subtraction. Okay, so minus. Okay, that is called as deductions. Okay, so in the brickwork, what are the things we need to deduct or what are the things we no need to deduct? That is a first topic. Okay, so no deduction shall be made for the following. So while in the brickwork, what are the things we no need to deduct? we no need to deduct. Okay, so that is the first point. So no deduction shall be made for the following. What are the things in the brickwork we no need to deduct? Means first point is opening up to 0.1 meter square in section, we no need to deduct. Okay, then if the opening will be of 0.1 meter square means we cannot, we should not, there is no need to consider that. Then end of beams, lintels, rafters, purlin up to 0.05 meter square in section, we no need to deduct. Okay, so end of the beams, lintel you have seen, right? So rafter means it is a parallel beams that support a roof, that is called as rafter. Okay, so purlin you have no. Okay, so up to 0.05 meter square in section, we no need to consider, or we no need to deduct that. Okay, so next point. Then the third point is wall plate and bed plate and bearing slabs and of sunshade where the thickness does not exceed 10 centimeter and bearing does not extend over the full width of the wall. These things we no need to deduct. Okay, in the brickwork. So wall plate means it is nothing but a timber laid horizontally on a wall. That is called as wall plate. Okay, so bed plate means it is a structure which forms the base of it, which bearings and frame are mounted. Okay, that is called as bed plate. In the image you can see, right? So this portion, okay, a timber laid horizontally in a wall, that is called as wall plate. Okay, so these things we no need to deduct. Basically small things, right? So small of 0.05 or 0.5, so that things, okay, that small values we no need to deduct. Okay, that is the concept of deductions. No need to deduct means that only. Then rules for making deductions in plastering and painting work. So no deductions are made for opening not exceeding the painting work. Plastering means it is the entire surface of the wall. The mortar is laid. Okay, so mortar is laid, that is the entire surface will be laid, the mortar, that is called as plastering. Then the painting work we have no. Okay, so what are the rules for making deductions here? First one is no deductions are made for opening not exceeding 0.5 meter square means there will be no deductions, and no additions also for jambs, soffits and sills of this opening. So in the image you can see, right? So this portion is called as jamb, then this is called as soffit, and this portion is down portion is called as sill. Upper portion is called soffit, down portion is called sill. Then this middle portion, okay, this whole area, this is called as jambs. Okay, so there will be no deductions there also. Then for opening more than 0.5 meter square also, okay, we no need to deduct. No additions are made for jambs, soffits and sills. Then openings more than 3 meter square, full opening area should be deducted for one face. There will be no separate addition shall be made for jambs, soffits and sills. Then doors and windows. Okay, so doors and windows, the painting of doors, it will be measured closed and flat in meter square, it will be measured in meter square. Then doors and frames, you will these are the part of in the image I have inserted, right? That is called, that is the parts of door. Okay, so there you can see frame, then edges, everything. Okay, so it shall include frame, edges, cleats, etc. Different types of doors and windows shall be grouped under one item. Okay, different items will be grouped under one item, and the area of uneven surface shall be covered into the equivalent area. Then the multiplying factor for different door surfaces are given below. Okay, for a painting work, for doors and windows there are some multiplying factor we need to multiply. So what are they? We will learn from table. Okay, so first one is what? Particulars and multiplying factor. Okay, so paneled ledge. In the next slide I have shown what is paneled, ledged and battened, framed. These things I have mentioned in the next slide. Okay, we can see there. So paneled, ledged, battened and framed means we need to multiply by 1. Then fully glazed means full glass work. Okay, so that we need to multiply by half for one side. Then partly paneled and partly partly glassed means it's of pot of wood and pot of glass. It will be multiplied by 1. Then flush door 1.10, multiplying factor will be 1.20. Then lowered door means it will be of 1.5, multiplying factor. Then corrugated sheet means it will be of 1.20 is a multiplying factor. Then iron bars grill work, it will be of half for one side. Okay, so these are the multiplying factors. So in the first image, okay, so in the first image you can see, right, so this portion is called as ledgers. Okay, you can clearly see in the image. So this is called as ledgers. This outer layer is called as frame. Then this inner portion, that is called as battens. Okay, so we have seen, right, so only I have inserted. Then the first image, this is called as paneled, ledged, battened and framed. Okay, so that is the first door. Then fully glazed means I have fully glass work. Okay, so this one is called as flush door, and the second image is called as flush door. Then the third one is called lowered door. Then the last one is the grill work. Okay, so these are the images I need to inform. Okay, we need to show. Then deductions of opening. When area or volume of opening are to be deducted from the various items like plastering and painting and brickwork for superstructure, there are 2 points we need to follow while taking deductions of opening for pointing, plastering and brickwork. What are the points? First, we need to measure the quantity without considering opening. Then the second point is deduct the quantity of opening by considering bearings. So it is nothing but the deductions we need to deduct for opening for brickwork, then for plastering, then pointing work, right? So 2 points we need to always remember. What are they? We need to measure the quantity without considering the opening. Then the second point is we need to deduct the quantity of opening by considering the bearings. Okay. Okay, so first one is what? Rectangular opening. So rectangular, if we have a rectangular opening means the deductions will be of length into height into thickness. Okay, that will be the deductions of opening. Deductions of opening for rectangular opening. Okay, this will be the deductions. Then the second one is door and window with the small segmental arches. Okay, this is a small segmental arches I have shown on image. So deductions will be of length into height into thickness. Then segmental, okay, segmental arch opening. So segmental arch opening means it is also a type of arch with a circular arc of less than 180 degrees. Okay, so it is also called as it is also called as scheme arch. Okay, so deductions will be of length into height plus 2/3 of length into radius whole into thickness. Okay, so this is the deductions for segmental arch opening. Then for semicircular arch and lintel over openings of doors, windows and grills. Okay, so first one is deductions for a semicircular arch. For semicircular arch, the deductions will be of length into height plus 3/4 of length into radius multiplied, the whole will be multiplied by its thickness. That is deductions for semicircular arch. Then lintel over opening of door, window and grills, the deductions will be of 1 plus 2 into 0.15 into the whole will be multiplied with the thickness. Okay, so assume the bearing 150 mm and thickness of lintel as 100 mm if not given. Okay, so this is about it. So this is about today's lecture. Okay, today's lecture, lecture 20. So what are the things we have learned? Desired accuracy in taking measurement of various items of work. So while we are taking measurement in accurate way, okay, that is a thing, because it's most important so that we can get the exact quantity of item. Then the second point is rules of deductions for opening as per IS 1200 of brickwork, plastering and painting. Then rules for making deductions in plastering and painting work. Then the last one is rules for painting work of doors and windows. Okay, so that's for today's session. In the next class, we will continue with the review on unit 3. Okay. Then books. Okay, these are the books we need to refer for this subject. Estimating and Costing in Civil Engineering, B.N. Datta. Then Estimating and Costing, S.C. Rangwala. Then Estimating and Costing, Bharat Bhushan Johindra Kohli. Then Estimating and Costing Specification and Valuation in Civil Engineering, M. Chakraborty. Then the last one is Estimating and Costing, G.N. Birdi. Okay, so these are the books we need to refer for this subject. So that's it about lecture 20. Okay, so this is with this we are going to finish unit 3, mode of measurement. Okay, so in the next lecture we are going to continue in the lecture 21. The last this is actually we have completed. So in the lecture 21 we will have some review about or some we are going to learn some important points about the third unit topics. Okay, so what are the things we have learned means we have learned in the third unit the topic is mode of measurement. Unit name is so in that we have learned what is measurement, then what are the unit of measurement for various items of work, then what are the desired accuracy in various items of work, then what are the deductions we need to follow. Okay, so these are the things we have learned in the third unit. Okay, so that's it for today's session. We will continue with the review on unit 3 in lecture 21. Thank you.